I'm Hokey Joker.
Bedroom.
Green Lantern.
And welcome to Just Us Bros Podcast. Hey bros, welcome back to Just Us Bros Podcast. And we just talked about X-Men 97 and its resurgence. But what about some of our other childhood favorites? As always, I'm Hokey Joker.
HK.
Flashman.
Wait, did you just say Mr. Clean, HK? Because that's just so perfect.
He did not.
So Badger and I have already talked in another episode about shows we want to see coming back. But Flashman, HK, what are some shows that you want to see back from your childhood?
Spider-Man. End of story.
I agree. Yep. That's the show that made Spider-Man my favorite hero.
Yep.
I still think like one of the greatest scenes from that is when he's chasing Shocker, and he's just that over dramatic Shocker.
Yeah.
Has become a meme since then. But
how
did the show end? Because I'm not 100% sure. Was it the multiverse with all the different Spider-Men, or was it
something with Madam Web,
or was it Mary Jane turning into the Water Woman?
Again, I'm so lost on that show. I'm glad 97 at least brought it back into a somewhat timeline that I could follow. So hopefully if they bring back Spider-Man, I can figure that all back out. But I think
kind of wish that they
Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I kind of wish they had like a recap episode for X-Men 97 because you could find an hour long recap of the whole series there that leads you into X-Men 97 pretty well, but it would have been nice if they built it into the show too.
Agreed.
But maybe they thought YouTubers are already doing that, so why waste the time?
Yeah, but they could even do an episode recap with the modern animation and voice acting too. That would be pretty cool.
Because I know with a lot of Disney Plus stuff, you can go in there and watch a movie, and then it's hey, here's a 5-minute piece about Star-Lord. Here's a 5-minute piece about Iron Man, or Black Widow or whoever. So that maybe it's already there. I don't know, but if it's outside of the stream, not too many people would click on it.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
But none of us remember how Spider-Man in the 90s ended.
I can't.
Again, it was similar to X-Men in that episodes came out every week kind of, but you sometimes caught it on cable and sometimes you didn't. So, and we were kids, I don't think we followed some of the more complex storylines. So it's just you catch an episode here and there and it's oh, that's pretty cool. But then, especially if they had a 5-part episode or something, it's okay, we're just stopped in the middle of one.
Part 1 and part 2 is that may have been the only time that they were shown in order, but that was still weeks apart like they are now.
Have you guys ever seen that Spider-Man comic book arc that I've seen a lot of YouTube shorts on it, where it's he's goes to this kid's place and he's talking to the kid playing super. He's anyway, the kid's I want to know who you are, Spider-Man. He's yeah, and he takes off his mask and it turns out it's a hospital for terminally ill kids. That was dark, man.
But what Drew was trying to say there
episode or something
was it was basically kind of like a Make-A-Wish episode where he walked in and showed a kid his identity, but he left because the kid was going to die, and he showed who he was, so it wouldn't really matter. But I don't know if that really happened or if somebody edited it like that. But yeah, that was just really weird.
Wasn't there I think there was an episode with where is it a little girl that he was talking? I don't know, maybe he's an orphan. I don't know.
There is actually a comic story where Spider-Man did something like that, and so the animated series did an episode similar to that. So it did happen that way. It was one of the because Spider-Man's all about emotion and stuff.
Yeah,
that's a big part of his character.
Yeah. So what would you like to see in the Spider-Man 90s new season?
Maybe an interlude into the Spider-Verse would be kind of cool.
Oh God.
Yeah, just tie them together. I mean, we already brought back live action Tobey Maguire and everything else. And that's all now tied into the end of the Spider-Verse. So why not tie the original Spider-Man series into it?
Would that just be one episode, or would you want that to be?
It couldn't be. It'd have to be more than one.
Yeah,
it can totally turn into the Spider-Verse thing, and then they could shoot episodes out of that to where he's working with Miles and whatnot. Man, I don't know if the world is ready for. I don't know if I'm ready for that.
I'm not, but I'm willing to try.
Yeah, I would enjoy it, but I couldn't process it.
I think if they gave it the X-Men 97 treatment and did like a whole season of regular like anime Spider-Man leading up to the Spider-Verse, that would be pretty cool
Yeah.
too. I would not hate that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine though, like they have a whole new season and like the final 2 episodes like come out right like if they release on Wednesday, the last episode the Wednesday before the Friday where the Spider-Verse movie comes out.
Or the trailer drops or something for it.
That- So much hype, yeah.
Yeah. People would go crazy to see that.
Spider-Verse has already gotten a lot of hype, but
It can keep going.
we got robbed of Spider-Verse, so we're waiting on that too. Come on, let's just keep this Spider train rolling.
Well, we might have lost out on Spider right now, but we do have a new Venom trailer.
Venom.
So, I
You
mean,
gotta give us your impression again.
But it's Sony, so we gotta be careful.
Sony doesn't matter, but because we are Venom.
Flashman's just like no.
Trailer.
I'm
was
sorry,
awful.
I've had too much popcorn. You said the trailer was awful.
I said,
Did you
awesome.
not enjoy the first 2 movies? Oh, okay. Did you enjoy the first 2 movies though?
I did
First
not
of
care
all,
for the second one.
Yeah.
Not that much. It was a lot crammed into a little package.
I
That's the
mean,
way I can put it.
Woody Harrelson was a good choice, but it was,
It felt off.
yeah.
So I'm hoping that the way they finish the Venom arc, which is what it's kind of leading towards in the trailer, hopefully they do it right.
It reminded me of. Go ahead.
Also, I feel like in the trailer, did they retcon part of the symbiote being left in the MCU? Because
I think
that scene
so,
where
yeah.
they
I think so.
captured that one piece, it seems like it was back in the Sony universe. So what is going on there? Or
Well,
are they just trying to throw a curveball?
There was a little bit of the Venom symbiote left in proper MCU, but he went back. So where's this random little flubber-looking thing coming from?
Yeah, because
I don't know.
when the dude that's not Mordo, the soldier captured that piece, it definitely looks like a different bartender. It looks like a similar bar, but the bartender looks like noticeably different. So it might be another universe, maybe where that happened. I don't know, but
Maybe.
that also seems like another thing where they're trying to retcon stuff and they don't know where they want to go or what they want to do. But I don't know. I'll watch it when it comes out because
I kind of wish they would do the deal like they did with the Tom Holland Spider-Man and let him be in Civil War, like how Sony gets like the profits or whatever, but Marvel gets like the writing,
Yeah.
like stuff. I wish they would do that with Venom too.
Yeah.
I think they were trying to probably think about that, but then also I think maybe with the Tom Holland Spider-Man 4 that's coming out, they're trying to push Venom away because it wasn't as popular as they thought it was going to be. So they might be trying to have the MCU people forget about Venom, unfortunately.
But do we think that if they were to actually have him fight Spider-Man in true form, that would bring that back around? And with that being said, who would your Spider-Man be? Would it be Tom Holland?
Well, did they already say that it's because he transported to Tom Holland's world, then he got transported back at the end of what's it called? Shit.
No Way Home.
Yeah, No Way Home. So I'm assuming isn't that Andrew Garfield's? But if it is, he's suspiciously missing from all the craziness.
See that's where I think Sony's messing up because technically, yes, it would be the Andrew universe, but also I think in the trailer they tried to allude to an Aunt May, Peter's mom, and a Peter, but Peter would be younger when the events of Venom was happening, so it didn't make any sense. So I don't know where they're trying to go with this. That could just be, my fan brain speculating that was that Aunt May? Was that baby Peter Parker? But I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I'm going to watch a movie because I enjoyed the first 2 for what they were worth, and I would like to see this story end because Tom Hardy as Venom does work for me.
Yes.
I hope it's connected to Madam Web.
Hope what?
Hope Venom 3 is connected to Madam Web. No,
He
I
wants
really
to see everything crash and burn. That's what he just said.
Yeah. Well, Sony doesn't need any help with that.
No,
Venom
they
Web.
did that to themselves.
Yeah.
I will say though, with I liked I like his powers where he's like he can throw venom onto different things. But it reminded me, I'm not sure if you guys ever remember this in the recesses of your mind, but there was an Xbox 360 game called Darkness, where like this guy like had all these like black tentacle things come out that could hold guns. And I was like, that is very reminiscent of that video game. So
Mm.
No, there was one.
I don't remember
There was
that
What
one
you're talking
game.
about.
There was one game for PlayStation. Oh God, they had that one in his. I think a sequel. Was it called Infamous
I
or
thought it
something?
was like Darksiders or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking that.
well, there's Darksiders, but this one's called Darkness.
Darkness.
I do remember the old school Venom game. I think it was on Sega Genesis.
That's a throwback.
Yeah. All right. So, what's everybody looking forward to the most out of this Venom movie coming up? Like from the trailer, is there one certain part of it that you're like, I can't wait to see this full scene happen, like the horse?
I
For
was
me,
gonna say, is there any other option besides the horse? Because I don't even know who that weird alien is coming to hunt him down.
it's from his home planet.
I want to see them do more like creative things with the symbiote, like the horse thing.
As much as I would want to see like more cameos from other Spider-Verse people in this movie, I don't think it's going to amount to anything. So yeah, like HK said, like being creative, finding other ways to show us things that we have not seen in the first two movies. I mean, basically, it's going to be Venom's home planet coming to attack, obviously, because they found him. But hopefully, it's not a rehash of like how Carnage became Carnage, and then they just somebody else has been created, and then how it's all these symbiotes fighting each other. Like we've already seen that. Let's show us something else, something different.
Can you imagine if you were the person who, because we all know how Venom got it started, sort of like a person submitted a drawing of a black and white Spider-Man suit, and Marvel's like, here, oh, thanks, here's like $500. And then look what happened. That, oh my God, can you imagine how mad you'd be if you're the person who did that? But I just hope the series ends. I like him as Venom, but it does need to end because you don't want it to go too far and then just be bad. We don't want
A Fast
Schumacher.
and Furious situation.
I was saying like Batman
Or an
Forever.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 situation.
Oh,
So much potential for that.
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield got robbed. He could have had such a great universe. Y'all
He
screwed up.
He was a good Spider-Man.
he
Yeah.
was.
You done messed
He was
up,
my favorite of the
Sony.
three.
Toby would
yeah.
still be my favorite, but Andrew was definitely my second. Tom is doing it, but I would not be mad if Tom didn't exist and Andrew was going forward. I'll say that.
Well, I would say I think it is time for a live action Miles Morales movie, but
I agree.
I don't think I think it's too close with the new Spider-Verse movie coming out.
Yes.
Like, so
I mean, maybe that's why we haven't got the third one. Maybe they're reworking it so it somehow ties into Spider-Man 4. That also could be why this new Venom movie they're not talking about much because they're probably trying to get rid of that. Maybe in the Spider-Man 4 coming up and the third Spider-Verse Miles Morales movie that's coming out, maybe they're trying to tie those together and then have their own Venom in that. And they're
But
trying to get away from Tom Holland Venom.
yeah, but they've already made both movies at the same time. They made them back to back.
Oh.
So
Which movies?
The Spider-Verse ones.
Well, yeah, that's probably that let me try that again. That may be why they're not released yet. Maybe they're retweaking something or trying to fix it to where it can be part of Spider-Man 4 or do something to where people will be more excited. I mean, they're going to be excited about this movie regardless, but more excited about this movie going forward and try to make them forget about the Sony Venom.
Speaking about forgetting about stuff, Craven. Did we refer? I forgot.
It's supposed to come out this year. I did a trailer review for that. It seems like it's going to be a good movie, but
I do want to see it. I mean,
Yeah.
the
if
problem
it
is
flops like Morbius, it's is
the
what
trailer
it is.
was good. That's the problem. The trailer was good.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see it, but we'll see.
It's
As
more
long
than
as we go in with a good buzz, it'll be a good movie.
I'll fall asleep.
Just don't fall asleep.
Like y'all say I do.
He slept through what was it? What was the last one we went and saw?
Aquaman: The Last Kingdom.
No, you didn't sleep all the way through that one. It was the one before that.
I'll see that.
What was it?
Madam Web.
No, God, no.
I hope you didn't pay money to see that.
No, it was another one we saw and Drew slept all the way through it. Me and Seth were laughing hysterically.
Was it Fast 10 Your Seatbelts?
Maybe.
I'm still upset they didn't call that last movie Fast 10 Your Seatbelts. It's right there.
I don't remember. If Seth were here, he'd be able to tell you.
Do you guys think that there's going to be any Spider-Mans in Deadpool Wolverine?
Like an end credit scene cameo, because I don't think they can rightfully shove in a Spider-Man in that story and make it make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean,
wouldn't mind a cameo.
I do see a lot of the Fox property X-Men obviously coming back in some form or fashion. But what a lot of people aren't talking about for Deadpool and Wolverine is all of the MCU cameos we're probably going to get. Like,
It's supposed to be a lot.
yeah, hopefully they do better than Multiverse of Madness did with their cameos, because I felt robbed in that movie.
That movie.
Yeah.
Was
Also, I
atrocious.
guess, yeah, people were speculating too much and getting way too many ideas and their hopes up. So trying not to do that for this one, because there may only be what we've seen, and I'll be okay with that, I guess.
But it's not out of the realm of Deadpool's possibility to where they did have a bunch of cameos in the second one, like, but they didn't have lines where they shut the door because they didn't want Wade to see him, or X-Force and then immediately dying. So that could be another possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also
one weird thing about this though is, like, specifically for Deadpool and specifically for Wolverine, I think Deadpool would work best with Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, but I think Wolverine would work best with Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. So that would be weird to see if either one of them came in, like the dynamics they would share. But I don't know. Does anyone else see that? Like Deadpool being with, yeah.
That'd be
I would
interesting.
be okay with it, but if it doesn't
Yeah.
happen, it doesn't. You know.
Yeah. Well, I
just wanna
mean,
see-
in the comics, like Deadpool and Spider-Man have like a bromance kind of thing going on, anyways. So I could definitely see Spider-Man coming in and like being annoyed by Deadpool and then annoying Wolverine or something like that.
Yeah.
Which I would definitely see Andrew Spider-Man.
Yeah, I agree.
would
That would
clip
definitely
with
be
Deadpool so much
He's the
better.
best one at doing that.
I don't think
But-
Toby could do it. I really
Well,
don't.
Andrew's too mopey.
You think so?
Like even in No Way Home, he was like, "My Gwen," and then like he was like, I didn't pull my punches. I was like hurting a lot of people. Like he was on the darker side.
If you try to save your Gwen and it ended like that, wouldn't you be a little mopey too?
I'm just saying he's not going to be like, "Hey, Deadpool, buddy, old pal." He's like, "I want to kill you."
But after
Yeah,
No Way Home,
but-
he may have been, born again
Relieved, yeah.
per se. Yeah,
After he saved MJ.
yeah.
And he was more emo as like Peter Parker, as like Spider-Man, like, pulling quips and stuff like that and just annoying the shit out of the villains. I feel like that's one of the things that Spider-Man does best.
Yeah.
And Andrew Garfield did the best of that at that.
Yeah, I mean, but he did like have to get out of his rut to come and fight the Rhino.
Yeah.
So who do you
But
think
that
was
shows
the
that
best
he had hope.
Peter Parker over best Spider-Man?
For the Deadpool,
Yeah, I mean,
definitely Andrew Garfield. But I'm saying he's the mopiest of the three. I mean, Tom Holland would be like still. I don't know. Would he still be immature after the decision he made? But
because I hate to say it, but I think Tom Holland would have the best
I think you're right.
chemistry with Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool.
But I think Andrew Garfield would give a good back and forth with him. Or
Yeah.
like, but Tom Holland would be like, I don't know how to respond to that. And he'd be like, "What are you talking about? What are you talking about?" And then like not punch back.
Yeah, I mean, I do see where you're coming from. Tom Holland doesn't have the quippy, smart-ass remarks that Peter Parker's known to have,
Yeah.
He
and
just has
that does lean more towards Andrew Garfield.
just like that one facial feature. He does have that one in Infinity War when he's captured by Star-Lord. He's like, "Yeah, Thor, not that good looking," and he goes,
I want it would be cool to see like a more mature, older version of like Spider-Man that's played by Tom Holland. Because he's always played like the young, like, oh my gosh, Captain America's shield, and stuff like that. But if he could like mature into more of the,
Tobey
the
Maguire.
older Spider-Man.
Did we ever get an older Spider-Man in the comics?
"Yes,
Like legit older?
So,
yes."
yeah.
I mean,
I don't remember.
there's a Deadpool offshoot.
Oh,
A lot of this is when he's like messing with the fourth wall. But I have noticed a lot of memes that you guys made me think of. Like YouTube shorts, TikToks, whatever you want to call them, where it's got Tobey Maguire from Spider-Man 3 going,
How'd that get in there? Oh, don't cry.
and I want it like him to show up in the Deadpool Wolverine and then that just pop up again. Huh. How did that get in there?
Well, yeah, Spider-Man 3 is the most like memeable thing. I think there's a channel on YouTube called The Human Spider where they literally cut like pieces from there and like put it into videos. I wouldn't mind seeing emo Toby again in Deadpool versus Wolverine or something.
It's his name. He has a name. It's Bully McGuire.
Yeah, Bully Maguire. That's right.
It's Bully McGuire.
Yeah.
This is the first time though that this Deadpool has met Wolverine. If we remember at the post-credit montage in 2 when he kills other Deadpool from Wolverine Origins.
Also, I think this Wolverine is Logan before he became the Logan in Logan. But I'll leave that for our podcast when we do it.
Yeah, I'm just
When
wondering.
does that drop anyway?
Whoops.
When does the Wolverine and Deadpool movie drop?
July
July
27th.
I thought it was like July 11th. No,
Nope,
that's a Wednesday.
27th. No, the 11th is somebody's birthday.
That's right.
And the 10th is someone's birthday, and the 21st is someone's birthday.
Who the fuck is born on the 10th?
My dad.
Oh, okay.
All right, guys, what do you want to see come back? Is it Spider-Man 94 like HK and Flashman? And what's your hype up for Deadpool and Wolverine? As always, I'm Hokey Joker.
I'm in a haunted house, I think.
Okay.
Flashman.
Anyway, guys, we'll see you next time. Cheers.
Hopefully you'll see me next time.
Don't let the ghost get you.